serve the light.
Hey guys, stand by to shoot.
We are assassins.
3, 2, 1, go!
Well, the biggest motivation is I think I would have got absolutely bored out of my brains if I was in a car park shooting against grease screen for 92 days. So I thought this was a great opportunity to do a lot of the stunts for real. And I hadn't done much stunt work or action before.
Right.
So I was really, really keen to see kind of what was humanly possible in terms of taking what you experience in the game in terms of the parkour and the leaps of faith. And we got amazing parkour guys and slackliners and martial arts guys, and you know, and kind of started from scratch and worked out, you know, what we could get away with and what assassins could really do.
Right. Which was the most difficult to shoot and why?
Probably the action sequences in the second regression through Malta. So the leaping from building to building and very physical, climbing up spider walls, and you know, so it was probably that. And we were shooting in Malta at the time. It was 42, 43 degrees, and you know, it's very dangerous. And so it was probably that. It was probably kind of the jungle gym of that city and staying alive.
So the premise of the film centers around this device, the Animus.
What is this?
You're about to enter the Animus.
And there are like incredible scenes with Michael Fassbender's character is like suspended in the air. He's reliving the past, but also like, fighting in the real time. How were those scenes shot?
Yeah, so we did build the arm, but then for certain sort of scenes where he's being lifted and sort of thrown around the room, that was through wires. And there were certain aspects of the arms that were VFX, but we actually did build the arm in the end. Which was amazing to be able to actually sort of physically see it and work with it within the space.
Your previous film, Macbeth, you had Michael Fassbender and Marion Cotillard as the leads. Was there anything different from the previous?
Well, there's a familiarity which always helps. You know, I think you kind of don't do small talk anymore, and you don't get to know each other, and you kind of go straight to the point. But Michael was a producer on this film, so you know he had a wider influence over the whole film, and we had a much broader collaboration than just the intimacy of director-actor. And then Marion was just playing a completely different character than Lady Macbeth. She wasn't out to kind of destroy someone at the beginning of the film. She was there offering up a kind of hope for curing violence and seeing a kind of optimism and what the possibilities are in human beings. So she kind of had a very, very different kind of slant. She goes a little Lady Macbeth at the end, you know, where you can see her kind of turn.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, it was very familiar, but because it was a completely new film, it was different working with them.
I am a god, even though I'm a man of God. My whole life in the hand of God. So y'all better quit playing with God.
What was the most important factor in creating the feel?
For it not to feel hammy, you know, for it to feel like a period film. You know, that was with the costumes and with the settings, and that's why we went to these real settings so that it felt alive and it had grit to it, and you know, you felt as though it could exist. So we didn't want it to feel heightened in the past. We wanted you to kind of go there and sort of smell the smoke and the grit, and you know, and for the assassins to be part of that environment. You know, we didn't want them to just float in the air. We didn't want them to be superheroes. We wanted them to feel like they were part of the city and part of this environment.
Could you tell the Korean fans eagerly waiting the film what they can expect from the movie?
I think they're going to be completely surprised by what it is. I think they're going to have a great 2 hours in the cinema, and they should go to the cinema to see it because it's been made for the big screen. And I think it's going to be a pretty kind of fast-paced roller coaster ride for them.
Well, thank you very much.
No worries. Cheers, mate.